Not for sale! Seize the bags and take their wealth! Spend it on our national health!
When I first came to the Labour Party conference, I was 16.
Get the troops out, Michael.
It was 1986, and the conference was happening in Blackpool. Mrs Thatcher was at the height of her powers, and the conference really felt like a seething mass of anger.
This is the quietest, most tame conference start I have ever seen in my life.
I want to see Cameron, Clegg and Cable carried out of the ring.
You walk into a Labour Party conference in the middle of something very, very similar to what happened in the 80s.
Yeah.
And it feels quite sort of quiet and respectable and sedate, you know. What's changed?
The women's conference was quite angry. It was quite angry.
That was yesterday?
Yeah. You got the full range of the indignities now being suffered by us, women. And the anger was there. You come today and I just feel like saying to the men, look, this is not an educational exercise. You haven't turned up to bloody network. You've come here to say to Ed, get some balls.
I ask you to put your hands together for Professor Michael Sandel from Harvard University.
Do you think there's enough anger and passion in modern politics and in modern Labour politics?
Well, it's in my DNA.
But is it in there? Is it in the leadership's DNA?
I came from a family of 10. I understood politics when I was 5. When I said to my father, Santa Claus doesn't come here, does he, Dad? It is a falsehood for people to assume that you get to know about politics when you go to Parliament.
Are you angry about anything?
I'm angry about what the government is doing to my community. I've got 15 people chasing every single job centre plus vacancy at the moment. So I'm pretty angry about that, yeah.
Can you turn the anger on a bit more?
John, I don't think actually it's necessarily our job to be angry alone. I think what people are looking for us to do is actually to come up with solutions to their anger and to actually come up with what the government needs to do to make things better. It's kind of the easy route is for us to be angry about things, but actually what we want to do is transform the country. We're not in a position obviously to kind of spell out our manifesto point by point in detail, but we do need to put out direction of travel indicators as we are doing.
Have you got or have you seen any direction of travel indicators?
I don't think I even know what you mean by that. I'm a single mum, my housing benefit has been cut and I'm now worse off than I would have been.
Have you got any direction of travel indicators?
Yes, I think our direction of travel...
So you know what they are? You know what a direction of travel indicator is?
I've got a vague idea. Even if I don't understand the question, I've always learned that that's the best thing to do, answer it.
Dennis Skinner, at least he tells it like it is. He's my hero.
People set out, apparently, to go to university, to get a job as a policy advisor and get in the right place at the right time. And there you are.
We seem to have lost that sort of politician, don't we? That fighting politician. Now it's all about media, spin, getting united when you retire.
What does it do to politics?
And stand outside number 10 and have a photograph taken. I'd never even seen the place when they asked me to be nominated for Parliament way back in 1967.
I just think it, give him a week as the head of the, not forever, but give him a week and they'd be running for the hills.
The Labour Party's problem, the reason it seems very quiet, is partly to do with class and the absence of working class voices, and it's partly to do with gender as well.
It is, yeah.
And it's the fact that you've not got enough women voices either.
That's right.
And then there's this cultural change within the Labour Party that anger now is seen as being something that means you won't win.
Yes, that's right. That's exactly right. Like, control yourself, let's behave, properly, like a proper party. My favourite is Andy Burnham. He's a good lad.
We've got to break out of the ex-minister lines to take, speak with a bit of feeling, a bit of passion about what's happening, and then I think we'll connect better with the public. Modern politics lost the art of that somewhere along the way, didn't it? And it kind of got a bit scripted and all of that. And it's been a real detriment. And I think, you're absolutely right, and Dennis is right. We've got to get back to speaking in plain terms, representing people's feelings, and that's the way that we connect with people. And I think getting a bit more passion and anger into our voices is a good thing.
It is true that when people see a democracy and they see their parliament, they want to see people that look as though they might have some inkling of an understanding about what their lives are like, and that's why it's very important that Parliament is properly representative.
But I will not rest until we are genuinely a parliament that looks like the country we seek to serve.
We've just been discussing today the fact that we've got many candidates that we've got to select, new candidates for Parliament, and that we're determined that they should be candidates from all walks of life. We're going to have more women candidates, we're going to have more black and Asian candidates, more candidates from a working class, manual working background. We're going to have people can look in Parliament and see, yeah, that's a Labour person, that's there in Parliament, and they understand what are the issues in my life.
More nurses and
Yes.
hospital porters and all
Yes,
that in Parliament.
absolutely. Why aren't there anybody representing call centres? We've got them all over the place, quite apart from India.
They'd be angry, wouldn't they?
Yes.